All right, what's good, everybody? It's Steve here with the Steve Mosley Show, another episode. And you already know, usually we putting on everybody from the city, but today we reaching out all the way to Baltimore for a producer-rapper combo, some you ain't never heard of since about the 90s. We got DSKILLZ Harris and CHILE MAD. Man, first of all, how y'all feeling? First of all.
Good, bro. I can't complain.
All right, so, man, let's go, your album, the next episode, dope as hell. Took me back to the stuff that I grew up on, you feel me? Not that bubblegum rap, that good rap. So, first of all, what went into making that album? What was the process like?
So this was our second collab album. My first one was the 6 Day Theory, and I just wanted to further expand on what we started with that album. But mainly, before this, I did an album called Westport and Beyond, and it was more of a mix between boom bap and like modern songs. But I wanted to take it back to what I feel like me and Chile do best, which is like hardcore hip hop. So I just wanted to return to the essence of what we do with this project.
Yeah, Chile.
Yeah, basically, when COVID first kicked off, we were just kicking out beats and sending them back and forth to each other. And then Skills was just sending them back the same night. So we just was basically did 2 albums nonstop.
Mm-hmm. And that's dope. You can hear it in the music too. It feel like, nowadays everybody working, you have one album, you might have 30 different producers. You feel me? So what made you want to just sit down and say, me and him working together and that's it, and it's exclusive like that?
Well, Chile is my dog. Like outside of music, like that's the fan for real. But beyond that, we just have a certain type of chemistry musically where like this is my main go-to, because it's like he knows we've been working together for so long. Like we've been working together since what, like the SoundCloud days, bro. Like I want to say, yeah, bro. Like 2015,
first generation,
something like that, bro.
Like first generation SoundCloud, damn near.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But like, so he produced the majority of the album, but there's this producer named Far Soul. He produced like Eat the Rich, Deep Tracks, and like 3 other songs. But Chile made the majority of the album. But like we made, I want to say like Potholes. When I made Potholes, bro, I was just like, this is how we need to start the album. Mm-hmm. Like, and then it just went from there. But it didn't really take us long to do it. But like we took our time as far as making sure everything got done like correctly as far as the mixing and everything like that. But like, I don't know, it just started coming together like on its own kind of, because he was just whipping out mad beats, bro. Like it was, yeah, he was just in a zone. And then together, we just made that.
So man, let's take it all the way back, first of all, because, my audience ain't gonna really know who y'all are. You feel me? So let's go through y'all's story. You feel me? Where did y'all, we'll let DSKILLZ go first, and, Chile, you go second. Tell me about y'all life story, man.
I'm from West Baltimore, Maryland. So we're in a collective called DBL, Down by Law, that started around 2012, 2013. We have members in Baltimore, Maryland. We have members in Poughkeepsie, New York. We have a member in Marine City, Michigan. We have a member in North Carolina. We're just all spread out, but the majority of us are here in Baltimore, Maryland. And we just started like originally like battling and ciphering and stuff like that. And then we started making our own music. So what happened was I went to like 2 different high schools, and I would just be battling a bunch of people and just meeting a bunch of people. And then it just formed out of that. Then like going to Morgan State, and then SoundCloud had a big part in that too, because like when SoundCloud was jumping, like a lot of people started exchanging ideas and music, and you meet people from there, and then it just blossomed into a large collective.
Yeah, I basically reached out to him from SoundCloud first off of his first album, Skillsmatic, because that shit was just fire and a classic still. So I hit him up, and then we started exchanging tracks ever since like 2015, 2014-ish.
So is Baltimore really that much of a hotbed for rap that y'all just finding people and battling and ciphering like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's not really like that anymore. Like a lot of people here make music, but like as far as ciphering and things of that nature, people, and I don't know if that's due to the pandemic or just due to the landscape of the music right now, but like back then you had to really you had to sharpen your sword. Like at any moment in time, you said that you rap, you went to open mic or whatever, there would be people there wanting to prove themselves by trying to battle you. So, you know, but it was a different culture back then as far as rapping goes.
So has it shifted over to the bubblegum rap we was talking about in the beginning? Is that what it's becoming now?
It's more drill, kind of.
Yeah.
So they taking that New York, UK drill sound?
Yeah, there's drill, but then there's like I don't know if I want to call it rock rap, but there's a lot of like mosh pit type music going on here. There's a lot of, but mainly it's like trap music here in Baltimore. It's mainly like trap music.
But then, you know, that's the
But they kind of started that style though. You know, like with Lil Scooter, ever since him and Beyond, you know, everybody else around there started rapping the way he was. Mm-hmm. That kind of like Chicago drill style. But I feel like Baltimore rappers have more lyric with it, because when Chicago do it, it's more like a mumble rap type deal. But when they do it around here, they actually rapping. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's fun too. I don't know. I like it. I like Baltimore drill rap.
Yeah, I mean the flow is fun, bro. And then now a lot of people are doing like the same song type of flow. Like I'm not gonna say like Uzi, but like kind of, you know what I mean? But it's just different styles. It's a lot of different styles going on.
Like young boy type.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah.
Do you feel like they about to run drill into the ground with how much everybody using it now? Because it seems like everybody going drill now.
As far as drill, everything comes back and goes in cycles. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, so I don't know. I don't think drill music is ran its course, but like, you listen to Lil Durk, like he still raps about the same things he was talking about, but it's not necessarily in the same way. You know, like over time, artists evolve, styles evolve. I don't know. But
that low key, that drill movement kind of originated on the West Coast, because you know, you had people like Lil B and stuff doing these videos, and that was kind of like drill rap because it was just off the head and it was like a one take ad lib type thing, you know.
Right.
I think Lil B started with the pack, and I think they called that hyphy music. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. Like you talking about like stylistically.
Yeah, stylistically.
No, Lil B, that was drill rap, because you take a trap beat and you just freestyle through it with no chorus. That's what he was doing when he first came up. And people was fucking with that shit, was getting like hundreds of millions of views when he was fresh. That's why I said, like, when you look at how styles originated on the internet, take a look at the views, because people were going viral with drill rap in like 2010-ish, before everyone picked up the mic and started going rampant with it. These are the styles that like built the online culture that all these people, all these cities are picking up. But like to a new listener, you would think certain styles originated in certain places, but to some people that were actually listening to music back then and downloading mixtapes and On Dat Piff and all them other mixtape sites, I used to be on all of them, and I just remember where all the styles came from.
Right.
So Chill, about you, man. I love your production sound. Like,
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I want to talk to you about who was your, like, growing up, who was your inspirations in terms of producing?
Q-Tip, for sure.
Really?
Like, growing up, I was a big Q-Tip fan. I wanted to be just like him. Because my mom was she wouldn't just let me listen to any type of hip-hop. She would usually screen it first. I remember I took it upon myself, and I took my allowance money and I bought the Puff Daddy and the Family album, but the explicit version. And that first the Biggie Victory track came on, and she was like, no, cut it. Just took that back. Brought me the Tribe album, and like I just fell in love with like the composition and the way the beats made me feel. It just like relaxed me and took me out of my stressful self. And like Stressed Out is definitely my favorite Tribe track.
Word. It was the Beats, Rhymes, and Life album.
Yep. Yeah.
Word. Yeah.
So do you feel with your production style? What is your style? Is it soul sampling? Is it drill, or is it a mix of everything?
I usually don't touch soul samples because I just know that they come with so much territory. I usually go for something I heard in like a TV lineup or a screen transition on a commercial or something. I usually take those and just store them on my SP404 right here and just beat on it. Like,
oh shit, so we about to get a demonstration?
Like this right here is just like sound from this is like this is a wildlife documentary. And I was able to find it on YouTube and just take the sound off of it. And then I just usually just make a beat on it.
Y'all about to see this in live and living color, man. Pay attention.
And then put a compressor on everything. They usually do that, bust it down to an MP3, send it to Skills, and he'd kill it, do whatever with it.
So Skills, how fast do you send that right back to him?
Usually same night.
Really? So you just bust it out that fast?
Yeah, like I try to write every day, bro. And if I don't write every day, I'm at least like reading something or doing something to like keep my mind sharp.
So for you, you know what I'm saying, who were your inspirations growing up?
Nas, MF Doom, Dilla, J Electronica. I'm trying to think. Ghostface Killer, Delva Funky Homo Sapien.
You ain't say my boy.
Who?
AZ.
I didn't say your boy, yo, but I don't want to go into it. AZ can rap, yo, but people be acting like he killed Nas on Illmatic. I don't hear it.
I don't look at it like that. I mean, he wrote the whole song.
What you mean, bro?
He wrote the chorus.
Yeah, he wrote the chorus, bro. But he wrote the chorus and he wrote his verse. That's dope, bro. But Nas brought it too. People be acting like he killed Nas, bro. You don't act like that, but there's a lot of hip hop heads who feel like AZ got him on that song, and I just don't.
Nah, when that song came out, they made so many songs together, like it was like a duo. That's what it felt like to me when it dropped. Life's a Bitch. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. Oh, Life's a Bitch, man. They were just going back and forth. Like they have plenty of tracks where they just go back and forth and communicate.
Yeah, definitely.
Language. I love them tracks. That's basically what Life's a Bitch is.
Like it's fire, and AZ can definitely rap, bro. Like.
Yeah, my favorite AZ track is Rather Unique. That shit is fire, man.
I gotta check it out.
So many people bit that song. Even Jay-Z bit that song.
Oh, Pharoah Monch. I grew up listening to a lot of like Pharoah Monch. Just people who were on like Raucous Records, like people who were on Loud, like Big Pun, Raekwon, just a lot of hardcore East Coast hip hop. But like 50 Cent too. Like I learned how to write hooks listening to 50. 50 underrated in my opinion.
So one thing
50 had the best mixtape, man.
You popped out in that last track with the Farrakhan.
Oh, word. Yeah, deep tracks.
So growing up, were you a conscious person? Were you always a conscious person?
My mom was a teacher, so a lot of that I get from her, and then like I got like you can't see it, but I got like Panther posters on the wall. So yeah, but like that was Khalid Muhammad, but that was from the time when he was still in the nation under Farrakhan.
My bad.
Yeah.
It sounded like Farrakhan to me. That's
all good.
My fault. That's my fault.
It's all good.
So you say you grew up with, as a conscious person, you feel me? Do you feel like you want your music to help elevate the people? Because right now, there ain't much to elevate our people. Right now, it's a bunch of rappers releasing music on police brutality and what's going on, but it's really just to make money. It really ain't to help nobody. It's to help themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They the ones marching. They'll march, but they go post the pictures right afterwards. You feel me? Or there's J. Cole who go march. He don't want to be seen, and he ain't go post it either.
I don't think that you should, if you are a famous person, yes, you should go show your presence, but you shouldn't be taking pictures. That's like a person giving food or money to the homeless, and then you taking pictures.
I hate when
like,
people do that. Oh my God.
I mean? Like that's not wise, bro. But yes, I feel like there's an interview with Pac when he was in prison around before he got with Death Row, and they were asking him
the famous Pac interview, yeah.
Word is bond. So they were asking him, and he was saying that the people need to hold rappers accountable because in a way the rappers are spokesmen for the people. And like I don't know, like on Most Def's Black on Both Sides on the intro, they asked him where does he think hip hop is going to be in 5 years, and he was like, hip hop is going to be wherever we are. If we messed up, hip hop is going to be messed up. Hip hop, if we conscious, hip hop is going to be conscious. Like we dictate where the cultures go because we are the culture. We started the culture, you know what I mean? So, but my point is, yes, I feel like, but I'm not just a conscious MC. I have records that people also wouldn't consider conscious, but no matter what I say, there's a reason for saying it. Like I know not to be reckless on the mic just for the sake of being reckless. If I said it, there was a reason for me saying it. And I just feel like the people need food for thought. So I try my best to deliver that in my lyrics.
Yeah, because to me the problem is I don't think the rappers out right now understand the actual impact that they have. You feel me? Growing up, you don't really think about it. Now I'm grown. I look back on stuff I was hearing, and I'm like, that's not what I was supposed to be hearing. I didn't really hear conscious rap until I got into my teen years, and that changed my life. You got all these dudes on the radio. All they gonna talk about is killing, drugs, sex, and money. Ain't nothing changed from the 2000s. You feel me? When Biggie and Pac was doing it, it had substance. It had reason to it. Biggie didn't just make a whole album about Ready to Die. There was a whole story behind that album. There was a whole.
The thing I like about them, right? Not only did they tell you about like the killing and like the drug dealing, but they showed you both sides of the spectrum. It's not just brothers getting money. Mm-hmm. Like there's a whole alternative to that, and there's a whole. You get caught, you got to deal with the consequences and repercussions of that. So I feel like if you're going to do that, you should be telling both sides of the story. Because like whether or not rappers want to be role models, they are. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
it depends on the character of the rapper. Is he gonna let the money define him? Like some of these guys start out conscious, get in a position, and they get told what to rap. And then they start rapping things that are extremely just toxic to the community on purpose, because that's what the agenda is. Get him on the mic and have him rapping about nigga killing. Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't even like hearing that song. It's like, as soon as I hear a rapper say, I'm going to do a N-word like this, I can't even listen no more, because that right there is that's Klan activity. Mm-hmm. And our guys been getting glorified for lynching, basically, on the mic. Matter of fact, you can go all the way back to early rap, like 90, and you would hear people reference certain bars to a Ku Klux Klan lynching. Nas has done it before. A few Wu-Tang members have done it.
Cube did it.
Yeah, I mean, like you got to have some discipline and stop yourself. Like, we need a whole new way of thinking on the mic so that we can put out audio food that has no byproducts in it. Because right now...
The problem is, and I don't mean to cut you off, but the problem is, it's as easy for somebody to get on that mic and put out some BS as easy as it is for me to buy a microphone and say I got a podcast.
right?
That's the
But
problem.
you have to
Definitely.
discipline your listeners, man. As an artist, that's what you do. Like, I feel like the people I listen to, I learn from them. Like, I learn life lesson. If I can learn a life lesson from somebody on the mic, if I learn anything from them, I'm gonna look at them as some sort of leader in my life, and I'm gonna listen again.
Mm-hmm.
And if the song is nice too, like I go back to fruit I learned from, like DMX Slipping. I could play that once a day because there's just so many life lessons in that song. It's just so much guidance to lead youth out of being cornered mentally as to where they about to do something crazy. That's what we need. We need something to change that one fraction of a second of your life where you can make a life-changing decision. You need that song that could stop you from doing whatever you about to do. That's how
I feel
look
like
at it.
Ice Cube and Common are both MCs you can learn a lot from too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you feel like y'all two together will always stay a duo? I hope y'all do personally, but do y'all feel like y'all will always stay that duo together?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
We actually didn't start. It actually wasn't meant to be a duo. We reaching out to other producers. We just want to have everybody on the same page as far as the economics go
Mm-hmm.
with everything.
So you know, Chile, you want to be kind of like the executive producer in that sense.
I mean, that's what it's playing out to. But I just like creating music and like sharing my ideas. Like, maybe we should do this. Like, when people come together as a collective and make music, it just sounds 10 times better. It sounds more organized, and you have a plan of attack instead of just, going off of whatever. You gotta have some sort of sense of direction as an artist, and people with a strong sense of direction, their art really stands out and lasts long. Go back to it.
So there's a thing here in Detroit: when an artist gets big, the first thing he want to do is leave, right? You know, DSKILLZ, Chile. Do y'all feel like y'all wanna leave Baltimore when y'all get big, or do y'all want to be the ones that stay around and help the city out?
I think you can do both.
I like the culture here the most out of everywhere I've been. Like, I like the music here, like the food here, like the harbor, I like everything around here. Even like the projects and hoods around here, they just have so much character and art to them. Like, you can go in the hood or you can go anywhere in Baltimore and you will find art on a building. I love that. And that way, you're surrounded by like realness and creativity and people who actually lived and tried to express themselves before they left. Like Baltimore is live. I like it here. Like, I probably wouldn't leave, honestly. Yeah,
because that's always the problem. It's not just the Detroit thing, it's not just the Baltimore thing, but you know what I'm saying, people get big. It's not, I ain't staying here. I ain't putting my city on. You feel me? Like I said,
no, I don't think you should get. I don't even cut you off, bro. But like, I don't think that as an artist you should go Hollywood. But I think that certain times it calls for like we all know, like rest in peace for real. But like, what happened to Big L and the list of rappers goes on. People
some
who
people
and then still stayed in their neighborhood, like. You know what I mean? Like, some people definitely should leave.
It depends on your track record, man. Some of these old artists of yesterday was really doing what they was rapping. So it's only so long you can stand around, with that all that on your shoulders, all that history, you robbing the plug and whatnot. You can do that to so many people till they all start talking and then put money on your head. It's usually what happens.
So outside of rap, y'all two, what do y'all want to do? You feel me? Because obviously it's not just rap. Y'all too smart for it to just be rap. So I know y'all got something playing outside of rap. What's the outside ventures looking like?
Clothing apparel. I'm working on a brand called Finesse Clothing. I got a domain up, finesseclothing.store. We got items up, and we also have DBL items that are coming out.
We gonna put that link in the description for sure.
Thank you.
What about you, DSKILLZ? What you got?
Eventually I want to start my own label because I also have like the ear for like talent. So I want to start my own label, and then eventually, like, when I get older, if I'm still rapping, only because I want to rap, not because like I need to rap or anything of that nature. But like, I do like computer science related things too. Like, I went to Morgan for computer science. I help people make apps. I'm a webmaster for a couple of things, so just things computer related.
Yeah, that's what we gotta understand. Everybody want to be a one-trick pony, you feel me? But it's too much we can do out here. It's too much we can do out here. But you talked about the label. So you don't want to sign? You want to go straight independent and create your own thing, or even like a J. Cole thing, Dreamville under Rock Nation? You feel me? So what do you want to do with that?
Either or. I would prefer to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
But J. Cole situation, like, that's really dope how he's on Rock Nation, but as Dreamville, and then he signed like Earth Gang, Jed, just mad people, like, whichever one I get
that gives
to.
you like a chance to learn and really learn the game.
Yeah.
As far as going straight independent, you're going to be closed off on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Like having a parent company like that, you could really soak up everything. And then when you have the money and the stability to venture off on yourself, you just solid out there because you have all the knowledge, all the connections worldwide.
Right. And then just using that to branch out into other forms, like how Griselda just made Conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all saw that movie, but that movie was dope.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So would you want to, the thing I've always wondered why labels haven't done this, the one label I feel like always did it right, even though they're done with, is, God, I'm sorry, Dame Dash and what did they call it in the 2000s? Rockefeller, thank you. I just blanked out for a second trying to figure out the damn label name. But Dame not only did music, Dame had movies, Dame had TV shows, Dame had everything under the clothing, under the label. Now he got a streaming service, you feel me? So,
Def Jam did that first for, because like with the movie Crush Groove, like.
But I'm not really counting Def Jam. I'm talking, I'm gonna talk about Rockefeller because that's 110% black owned. You feel me? Black crew. You feel me? So is that something that you would want to do too?
Most definitely.
All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all fellas one more question before we get off here for today. Where do y'all see us? Both of y'all, ask this question separately. Where do y'all see yourselves in 5 years?
You want to go first, bro?
Yeah. More financial freedom, more knowledge of music creation and more production. Matter of fact, I kind of want to do a production class eventually.
Like Mixed by Ali does?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just have like a whole, like every day, just come on here and do like a whole walkthrough of a beat and stream it and just talk about it and talk people through it and talk people how to get through creative blocks and whatnot. That's pretty cool.
Dope. Love that idea. DSKILLZ?
5 years from now, I plan to be running my own label. Of course, having Chili with me, scouting talent and still making albums, things of that nature. I feel like our whole collective will be like further in the underground scene because like we're getting a lot of like Wu-Tang comparisons, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I just feel like we'll be able to bring a stronger presence back to the East Coast and especially the different type of presence to the DMV, even though Baltimore doesn't really consider itself to be in the DMV. But yeah.
Well, man, I really want to thank y'all for coming on, man. Y'all were an amazing interview. I learned so much about both of y'all coming into this interview. Y'all both smart as hell. Y'all two people that I would love to work with outside of music. Business ventures.
Appreciate that, brother.
Business ventures, things like that. We can make something happen. You feel me? So, thank y'all for coming on. Thank y'all for watching the Steve Mosley Show. Make sure you check out these dudes' album. The next episode is going to be in the link in the description. Apple Music, is it on Spotify and Tidal or?
Yeah, it's on
all major platforms. Next episode, DSKILLZ and the producer, CHILE MAD. Thank y'all for watching. All love.